Right, so he has it nice and tight, he's going to the strong side, and he's locking it up here. So obviously the first thing you would do is you would defend, right? But if he starts going for the attack, you can always control this on the inside. That way, if you control from his wrist, it's really hard for him to continue to attack, right? So this one can be free if you need it to be. But we'll just control here. So if he's a little bit loose, meaning that my leg is free, and I feel like I can move, the first one's super simple. I want you to bring this leg underneath his leg, and you're going to switch your hip. So here, switch your hip. Now from here, you can take this, pass this on this side. If he's still locking, frame on that knee until he unlocks, and then you can start coming up, or probably he's going to come up, and you can just go to like guard, butterfly, half guard, or something like that. So on this side, right, it's a little bit loose. It's tight on my body, but his foot's loose. So it's easy for me. Now, if I'm a little bit up like this, I can obviously switch my legs, then come underneath. Once I plant, I rotate my hips upwards. So now, it's going to be really hard for him to take this foot and wrap it behind my knee. And I feel real good. And now I just defend it like a standard back escape, where I pass this, I start pushing. But once I'm here, he's going to come up, right? Just make sure you snake up enough so you can put in your butterfly hooks or whatever. Now, if your partner, when he has a real locked, if he has it behind my leg, right, this side, so it's hard for me to just kick. So what you do is you're going to plant this foot, you're going to kick far here, and then you switch underneath, and then you escape, right? So it's the same mechanics, whether or not it's loose or it's strong, right? So if it's loose, you just go. If it's strong or he's behind this leg, it's going to be real hard for you to just kick your leg out, especially if they're tall like this is straight. I can't go anymore, right? So I'm going to plant this one, I kick over the top. And then there's a little bit of a gap. I switch my hips, then I come underneath and I start framing, right? He comes up, I go to butterfly. So those are the two simple ways to escape the figure four. Now, when you figure four, the rule of thumb is always keep the knot on top. So this is fine here, but if I bridge to the other side, he has to switch it. Because if he keeps it here, right, go ahead and keep it locked, and I bring him all the way over, now his lock is stuck. And there's a lot of things that we can do in terms of like finishing straight ankles, keeping him nice and tight. It's easier for me to escape this way, and now his left leg is completely stuck. And I can use that hook to keep it trapped, and then I can start going for lock. So just keep that in mind. When you keep the lock, keep the knot on top, switch sides every time. Okay? Any questions? All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think a few of you got into the situation. So he's starting to attack, right? Well, I want to control right here on the wrist, higher up. I don't want to go real deep because he can still pummel and get it. I want to go low where I'm getting like the meat of his hand, right? So you're here defending, and he's not hooking my leg, but every time I try to go, it's getting caught, and I can't catch it. So I have to bring his knot a little bit higher, right? That means he's super tight on this one. So since I can defend here, I'm just going to do a little bit of a bridge to bring my arm underneath. So I want to bring this high. Now, when I go under, I can create a little bit of space. Not all the way, just a little bit. And I can bring my leg here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to step and bring my knee to my chest like this. And then I'm going to grab his foot. Once I have his foot, I'm going to go 2 feet on the ground, and I bring my knees to the sky like this, which drops that bottom hook. So from here, you can either pass, frame and snake. Some people will catch this, then they'll pass, then they'll snake, and they'll be like in a half guard. So how you get out from there is your choice, whatever you feel comfortable with. So he's really tight here, right? He's going for the tab, I go for the wrist, right? You try and go, but there's just not enough space. So I want to elevate this a little bit by doing a little bit of a bridge, and I catch. And I'm pulling my arm close to me. Now I can go just a little bit underneath, and I bring my knee to my chest like this, so I can catch. Once I catch, my 2 feet go on the ground, my knees go to the sky, I switch my hips. Now from here, it's super easy to get out, snaking out. One more time. Right, so he's attacking. Right, he's attacking with this one. I'm going for the control. Here, I'm trying to switch, but I can't. I bridge up, I catch, come underneath, bring this high, then I switch. It's real fast. That one has to drop. I go underneath, snake out, he comes up, and I'm in guard. Questions? All right, 1, 2, 3. I'll go to the weak side, so a lot of guys will just defend here. They start bridging up and over, but then they switch their feet. So I want you to stop him from switching his feet by coming over the top and locking it. Let's say it's so tight, I can't bring, I can't do anything. So I'm just gonna hook here, I'm gonna bridge and go all the way over to this side here. So now his leg is trapped underneath my hand. So the first easy one is you're just gonna put your right hand, which is a free hand, because my left hand is protecting my neck. You're gonna put it onto the inside of the knee, and then you're gonna bridge straight up, right there. And so this should be a straight ankle on this right foot. So I'm pushing, I'm bridging, right there. Now the better one is, I'm gonna protect my neck and I start rotating my hips up, vertical, like this. So I bring my hips forward and I rotate it like this here, right there. I don't have to do anything with my hand, but I'm just bringing my hips forward and then I'm rotating on an axis to my right, like that. So again, he has that body lock. Right? I can't escape it. I come over the top. If you need a push to throw your stuff over, that's fine. But make sure that this is nice and tight so he can't extend it and it's nice so it won't get stuck. Now my right hand goes on the knee. I'm going to push and bridge. That's the first one. The second one is keep your hands together. Bring your hips forward and then rotate your hips to your right. Right there. That's it. 1, boom, 2, boom. Okay. Simple, easy. That's why whenever you're switching, always switch the lock on top, or else you're gonna get stuck and you're gonna get straight ankle. Okay? 1, 2, 3.